Hello, welcome to my happy little channel. Trying to channel my inner Bob Ross. It's been a Bob Ross kind of week, and I'll kind of talk about that a little bit. So yeah, I am not Bob Ross. I am Bees and Seaweed, or whatever you want to call me. Hi, welcome to any new people, and welcome back to all you crazy awesomes. I'm gonna start calling you crazy awesomes, I think. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So, hi. Hope everybody's been doing all right this week. And let me go ahead and get into all the good stuff here. Oops, and there we go. I apologize. My list is not being very cooperative today. So what's been happening this week? Um, not much really. I've actually been doing a lot of stitching. You guys will be proud of me. I actually have some shit to show. And yes, I don't curse a lot, but I curse occasionally. So I apologize if that's not for you. But yeah. Anyway, that's what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of stitching. I'm still working to learn all that stuff that's going on with my work. That new program I'm having to kind of relearn. New-ish program that I'm having to relearn. So that's taking up a lot of my time. But other than that, yeah, I mean, it's been pretty not very exciting. I've been doing a lot of working, been doing some stitching while I have some time, and that's really about it. South Carolina is about to enter phase 1B of all this vaccination stuff, and so in theory, I should be able to get in. It's supposed to start March the 8th. So as soon as March the 8th rolls around, I'm gonna start trying to go online and call places and see if I can um, get a reservation for a stick. I have a feeling that it's probably still gonna be a while. I'm sure that they're probably still way the hell behind, even with Phase 1A people. Um, I know my parents have gotten their first stick. I would think that by now they've got their second because it seems like it's been more than 2 weeks. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't talk to them all that much. Obviously, you know, the whole social distancing sort of thing. But hopefully that's good. I mean, I'm glad that they were able to get those because, you know, my dad's got a lot of kind of issues going on, and you know, he was the one I've been really really worried about. So anyway, so that's good. I won't dwell on that too much because I know it's kind of everywhere. So yeah, that's about it for Q&A and all that good stuff. When it comes to comments, again, I love comments. I answer every single one of them. So please comment. I love reading what you guys have to say. Only got 3 this week, so should go pretty quick. So Marzipan Stitcher said it would be great to see a whip parade. I'd like to see you motivated by some of the projects you have. I'm sure they're fabulous. Yeah. I really do intend to do whip parade. Like I was saying a second ago, I just work has been really weird. It's been really really busy, and so I'm kind of waiting for that to calm down a little bit. I know, it's a terrible excuse because I was able to do it. I had time to do it before all this started, and I didn't know this change dropped in our laps really fast, and so I did not actually see it coming. You know. Uh, but yeah, it's high on my priority list. I am getting there. I'm getting a lot better at this program. So again, I will do it. I promise you, I will do it. I don't know. I just have to figure out when I have time to. Uh, So yeah, but thank you though. So Healing Gamer, so I'd like to see a short clip showing your game shelves. I will get that up again. I promise. That should be really short. I'll probably put that on Instagram. Probably not on here, but who knows? We'll see. Um, they're saying they only have enough. They don't really have enough whips to do a whip only mania. Um, I'm sorry for the game clip. Yeah, my hubby has all sorts of obscure and old games that I haven't heard of before I talk to him. So you'll probably enjoy it. But when it comes to the whips, I've got maybe 6 or 8 or so ish started. So I mean, it's not a lot, but I still want to go ahead and touch every single one of them, because there's some that I know I haven't touched in over a year. I'm thinking about my, well, definitely my Van Gogh, and definitely my map cell. Those I haven't touched in forever. Also the single sampler and the older um, Haunted Mansion one that I have. So I mean that's at least four that I can think of that I haven't really touched. So I probably have more than eight then. So, but yeah, I need to figure out a rotation to figure out how to um, touch all of them and get some work done on all of them. So I'll figure that out. I'm still kind of working on it. It's still kind of it's curling around in my head a little bit. Um, oh, you made some wonderful progress on your style. Thank you. The back stitching, I've really been kind of burnt out on it because I was so gung ho the first like month or so that it like actually really most of January and February I was pretty gung ho and working on almost only that. I don't want to fall behind, but and the next one comes out on the 15th, and I haven't touched this one yet, so I need to buckle down. But who knows? I mean, I do want to work on it. I really do. I don't know. It's like I want to work on it, but I don't. I don't know. It's hard to explain. She also asked about having a tour of my stitchy spot. Honestly, this is it right here. I mean, I've got my couch. I've got a light up here behind me that you can see. That if I turn on will totally outshine everything. And you can see all my crap behind me, and that's really about it. I mean, there's nothing special to my stitchy spot. I mean, I don't have. I mean, I guess in a way it's dedicated. I've got all my stuff on the couch beside me, but I mean, it's not really a dedicated stitchy spot. It's just if I'm not working, this is where I am. I mean, or doing other things. So it's kind of my dedicated everything spot, including my stitchy spot. So hopefully that's not too disappointing. I do apologize if it is. But yeah, that's about that. Thank you though. And DLN says, oh, I love to stitch birds too. Cool needle minders. Thank you. Um, Mostly what I tend to stitch bird-wise are ravens or crows. I do have that one of those cottage garden sampling ones. It's like the autumn one, but I don't remember what the bird is. I kind of want to say it was a bluebird, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I mean, other than that one, I think all the rest of them are either some form of raven or crow that I have. And it's not I don't have a bunch of ravens or crows. Maybe four, five, six, something like that. Few. Those aren't ones I've started. Those are ones that are kitted up and ready to go, which is what I would show in my whip parade if I ever do it, which I will. I will, not if, when. There you go. But anyway, I'm currently doing dry feb. I don't know what dry feb is, so if I would assume that's like no alcohol, which is fine. I mean, I drink alcohol rarely anyway. I mean, I have some here, but it's like I don't really drink. I don't like to drink alone. It's just boring. So, and my husband doesn't like the taste of alcohol, so I don't really get to drink all that often. But I mean, I don't care. It's whatever. It's not like I miss her or anything. I can do it if I want to. I just don't really want to usually. Um, she said that she'd found a Earl Grey decaf. I could drink two coffees as well as tea. Um, that's cool. What I'm kind of curious now. I mean, I have. Oh, hi, Selena. Well, go ahead and just get on up here then. Sorry about that. And little cat here. Out of curiosity, what is the flavor of the Earl Grey decaf that um that tastes the same? Because I'm kind of curious. Are you just gonna lay down there? Yep. So yeah. So there you go. Have some kitty butt. Um, So I'm kind of curious. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't really have a problem with too much decaf. You can blame my ADHD on that one. I've never had a problem with ingesting too much caffeine. That's you know never really been an issue. But I mean, having some decaf Earl Grey wouldn't be a bad thing. So if you could tell me what brand name that is about the Earl Grey decaf that tastes the same, I'm kind of curious. I might give it a try. Oh, speaking of teas, of course, I forgot about mine. Excuse me. This is the EnglishTeaStore.com. There we go. Is that gonna show up? There we go. Organic wild blueberry. This is loose leaf. Is this 1 ounce? Yeah. I mean, this is 1 ounce, and there's a lot in here. So I mean, it makes a lot of tea. 1 ounce doesn't sound like a lot, but it's more than you think it is. Um, and I'm actually using for the first time one of these little sachets from the Sips by box. Because, like I said, because it's loose leaf, essentially what you do is you put it in there, and you can't really see it because I don't want to put it too close, but you kind of cinch it up at the top so the tea doesn't fall out, and then it just steeps. I still got 1 or 2 little pieces in here, but these may be a better answer than tea balls. Let's see. That's good. It's not quite as blueberry as it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's not quite as strong of a blueberry flavor as the one I had last week, the Spice and Tea Company blueberry, but it's still very very good, and I would definitely recommend it. I don't know, the more I taste it, the more I'm like, hey, you do kind of get the blueberry. But I actually, it says to put 1 teaspoon. Just so you know, this well, it's kind of hard to tell how full it is. That's actually 2 teaspoons of tea. So I do like a very strong, very flavorful tea. So yeah, and that's good. I like this is a little bit of a bigger cup, so it holds a little bit more water. So that's actually good. But I think maybe 1.5 to 2 teaspoons in that little sachet is probably going to be my sweet spot. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, so blame ADHD for my lack of problems with the caffeine. But thank you though, I do appreciate all the comments there, and that's really going to be my comments for the week. What if I can? Let's see. I'm sorry. Move a little bit. Move a little bit more. There we go. There we go. So you can have some cat. And you can also see, like I said, like I was saying before when I was saying this is my stitchy spot. I mean, this is pretty much it. So I put what I'm working on down here beside me. And then, like I said, on my other side here, you can see my light. There's a small table you could kind of see over there. That'll have like my little quart jar and another lamp, which I don't usually use, and of course space for my tea and or my waters that I always drink. So yeah, I mean, ta-da, stitchy spot. But anyway, so that's that, and Bob Ross, because it's a Bob Ross kind of week. Isn't that right, Selena? She seems pretty, you're unimpressed, aren't you? Yeah, okay. I'm glad she came up here. I know she hasn't been in my stitching videos very much, so she's been it's like she goes through these little phases where she'll favor one spot for like 3 or 4 weeks maybe, and then she'll just find another spot. So in the last few weeks, this has been the spot. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, it's close because it's close to you. Nah, she's up here all the time when I'm back in the back working or doing something else. So it's not that I'm close, it's just that this is a very poofy couch. Sorry. Excuse me for what? Anyway, yeah. Excuse me for trying to squish you. Are you gonna fall over? Okay, sorry. I'll quit. I'll quit annoying my cat because she'll only take so much annoyance before she'll start to claw back at me. So yeah. Anyways, so life updates. New starts. There actually was one new start, and well, let me try not to show the thing there. Although honestly, if you got anything out of what I showed that quickly, then you're yeah, no. So I started this uh Sunday or Monday. It was kind of right after. No, you know what? I think it was Friday night after I did the recording for last week. But anyway, this is, let me scroll down so I can make sure I give you the right name for it here. It is Hamilton versus Seabury, Farmer Refuted, Hamilton, and by Taylor and Cromwell on Etsy. So I've kind of made no bones that I am a fan of Hamilton, and this is if you listen to the song Farmer Refuted, you've got Samuel Seabury doing the part that's in kind of this goldish color. And at first he is just kind of, I don't know, say preaching, but he's literally like on a soapbox trying to, you know, tell people about some stuff. And eventually Alexander Hamilton is kind of talking over him, and they're kind of doing this kind of verbal battle. So you've got one person kind of talking over the other person, and so that's kind of what's happening here. So this is the white is what Hamilton's saying, and the gold is what Seabury is saying. So it's was it heed not the rabble who scream revolution, they have not your interest at heart. And I haven't quite memorized the I mean, it's obviously there's a lot more to it. This is a big ass project. Oh wow. You know, usually I'm not able to see myself through fabric. This is kind of a it's a 14 count black. This is the first time that I've used black fabric since I first started really sewing in earnest, like a couple years ago. So I was a little nervous, but it's actually been, now that I have a little bit more practice with actual sewing, it's been pretty damn easy. So and I did it on 14 because I'm like, if I'm gonna do this, I need to do it because even though it's gonna be ginormous, which it is ginormous. There we go. This is 3-inch borders, so 3 inches less each way, but still large. I wanted to go ahead and start back on black on a decent size, like where the holes were going to be big enough that it wouldn't be a problem. So now that uh, I'm a little bit more confident in it, if I want to do another black, like even like I've liked those chalkboards, but I didn't want to do them because I was like, it's like it's black but almost black. Um, but now that I can do this, I could probably choose a 14 or a 16 in a black or chalkboard or something and probably be okay. So there you go. But anyway, so that's yeah. I do actually have, this is a 8-inch hoop, I believe. I do actually have an 11 by 11 Q snap, which I'll show in a minute. That this is going to go into. I just was going to try to finish this first and then move it over, just because that'd be easier since I already have its borders. But yeah, so that is that. That is my new start. And as you can tell, that's like a week's worth. It's I really really like stitching words. And I know not everybody does, which is fine, obviously. Yeah, that's all good. But they go really fast for me. I mean, that's like I said, that's a week's worth, and I've been stitching other things. That's not even like a week's worth of solo work. Mm. Yeah, I don't know that I like this quite as much as the other blueberry, but it is good. But anyway, so um, and then this one I believe I showed this as a and I apologize, I don't have because I have a picture of that finished. But I will have a link to it so you can see what it looks like. I also bought the one that is, I don't remember what it's called. It might just be called Lafayette. It's the whole huge fast wrap that I mean not, yeah, that Lafayette does. I think it's actually called Guns and Ships because the Guns and Ships is the name of the is it Ships and Guns? No, it's Guns and Ships, I think. Anyway, um, is that's the name of the song, and he does this really super fast rap, and the same person has that as well, and I have bought it, but I wanted to do this one first because despite what it looks like, it was the same. They're both exactly the same stitch count, like size wise, but this one has less words in it, and so I wanted to try this one first just to get back with black, back in black. Anyway, get back with black, and kind of have something a little bit easier to work on. So when this one is done, if it ever gets done, um, then I'll go ahead and I'll probably start Guns and Ships next. But anyway, so the one I started last week, there we go, Heart and Hand Bluebird Sampler. I did a little bit. Again, another more words. Um, this, oh man, I tell you what, this F, I had to like frog 3 or 4 times at least. And it was, yeah, I was having some serious issues with that F. And I thought that my count was off, but it was actually only, I had just done the E up here one too far up. And so that put off the F, and then, so I had to redo the F a couple times. Oh, and there were some F's going on there. That's all I'm going to say. There were some F's, but many, many F's, and many, many, many countings. But it ended up being, it was just that one thing that was one too small, and everything else was perfectly fine. It just took me a while to get that, make sure the count was right, because I kept counting it wrong. Not that that's unusual for me. Are you enjoying yourself? Anyway, so yeah, she's over there staring into the middle distance. So there's that. Now this one, I don't remember if I've actually done anything since you've seen it, so I'm going to go ahead and show it. Everything is pulling out with it. I think I may have done like a little bit more backstitch on the gator, but I don't really remember. But yeah, so this is what's been going on now, and this one opens up on March the 15th. And as you can tell, it's small, but I still haven't done anything with it yet. So I really need to get that worked on because again, there are a few choices. I think I heard after this that the rest of the rooms are set. I don't think the rest of them are actually going to have choices. But again, people have, for these two so far, people have been coming up with little like alternates, little alternate ways to do it, and little tweaks. And so I have a feeling, of course, that that's going to not change. So even though there's not going to be choices, there's probably still going to be choices, if that makes any sense. I don't know, when do I ever make sense, but All right, so. Mm. My tea is already lukewarm. Oh well. What is that joke? Why did Han put Skywalker into the tauntaun? He wanted to keep him lukewarm. I don't know. I don't remember. There's a lukewarm joke, and if that wasn't it, I apologize. I think I might have actually butchered that, but that's what that is. And so the last one I worked on this week, I know, 4 things. Can you freaking believe it? What? Yeah, 4. See, I told you I can't count. All right, and this is getting going actually. This was and I know there's a little bit of crap down here. I will have to clean this. This, so I've got, let's see, what did I work on? No, it was like, well, a bunch of this white. I finished up the white, and now I'm working the blue around. Did the little bit of the last bit of the world here. But yeah, so that's blue. These parts are blue, and then I've got the yellow, orange, red, and then that'll be it. Oh yeah, and I did his hand too. I forgot about that. His other hand. There we go, the hand. So yeah, he's getting worked on, and that's it. I mean, that is the bottom, and so you know. And unfortunately, as you can tell, there's extra room here, and there's extra room here. There's not extra room here, and there's not extra room down here. I I don't know how exactly, but I put that on the fabric really, really badly, and there's not going to be much margin for error. Literally, not much margin for error. So that's really going to limit as to what I can do with it afterwards. So you know, and I may not be able to do anything with it. I may have screwed it up. But that's all right. Honestly, I really am more of a process stitcher than a process stitcher, not a what's the other one? Process and anyway, whatever. Oh, product. Yeah. Um, not as much about the end product, which actually is a good segue to having a sip of tea first. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. Pinky out. Because I'm cultured as hell. Not really. But actually, yeah, this I'll go ahead and segue since that's on my whips here. No finishes other than the Did I show it to you last week? I don't think I did. I take that back. There is one other thing, which is a shame because that was a good segue. You know what? I do not have it here with me, so I apologize. I did actually have a finish, and I don't think I showed it to you last week. It was um, the Mill Hill Cats. I actually beaded for the first time. I can't believe it. It was so easy, and I knew it was going to be easy. I just last Saturday, because yeah, that means I didn't show it to you guys. Last Saturday, I went to our LNS where we're doing our spaced out you know keep 6 feet between us, wear your mask all the time, stitch thing, clean everything, all that good stuff. So yeah, I went there and they showed me how to bead, which was very easy, and I finished it. And so I have put it on my Instagram. I I'd have to go get it. Um, so and I do apologize. I will try as hard as I can to show it next week because I don't want to get up and go get it. It'll take too long, and I don't want to I've had to try to pause this thing before, and it didn't restart. So it's like, I like this program, but it's really, really basic, which is fine. Um, so yeah, I don't want to, but I promise I will do it next week. But and it's just one of the little itty bitty mill hills. It's just like a kind of a scary house and a cat, and you know, it's just cute. So yeah, I did get that finished, which still actually kind of segues into what I was one of the things I wanted to talk about, which was I was watching Stitchy Witch 42, Audrey, last week, and she was talking about how she hated the term box of shame, which I know I have used before. Um, I mean, honestly, I really meant it self-deprecatingly, and not really seriously. But I understand the points that she was making that you don't want to belittle your work because even any work that you do is not shameful. It's you should be proud of it. So I will try. I promise, Audrey, I will try as hard as I can not to use that term. I may forget though, so if I do, forgive me. But yeah, so it's in my box of finishes. There we go. I can just call it my box of finishes. That'll work. But yeah, so a couple other things which this wasn't really life updates and it's not really part of whips or anything or haul, so I'm kind of doing it in the middle here. Um, oh, one thing I should have talked about my life updates. I've actually been going to the gym. Uh, I don't know if any of you guys, and I don't think I've talked about before. I don't know if you guys have ever used Planet Fitness before. But I've been enjoying it so far. I was doing some well, they have both a recumbent bike and they also have this regular sit down bike. I was doing those a couple days ago for the first time. I actually tried a treadmill because I wasn't really sure I mean, yeah, it's walking, but I've never used one before. I didn't know if it'd be dangerous or, I didn't want to like fall on my face. But it actually ended up being really good. The only bad thing about using a treadmill is when I got off of it, I was kind of disoriented, just like my body thought I was still moving. So I don't know if it's like an inner ear thing. But yeah, I wasn't nauseous or anything. And I wasn't really dizzy. I was just more off balance for maybe like 5 minutes afterwards. And I don't know if my body will get used to it or if I'll be that way all the time. I don't know. But I still think I'm probably going to use the treadmill because even though the bike burns more calories, like minute to minute, at least according to the app I saw, the treadmill, I can actually stay on it longer, so I end up burning more calories. So, anyway, that's that. So yeah, that was a late life update. Sorry about that because I have my list of things, and that was in my list. Also, not exactly a life update, but a little change. Um, I've been doing the bee puns for titles for almost a year now, which is another thing I'll talk about. And unfortunately, I'm really just finding it harder and harder to find funny bee titles or like kind of bee spelling puns. So, and I hope you guys aren't too disappointed. If you are, I mean, I can go back. But I'm probably just gonna try to give myself a just more basic kind of naming construct. Just kind of give it more titly titles if that's okay. If you guys have any suggestions, I mean, I don't mind branding myself something different by having some other little catch in my title that kind of is me specific. So if you have any suggestions, I'm definitely open. But at least for now, starting this week, I'm just gonna have kind of a more basic B title, more of a basic title. Get it? Oh, basic B. Anyway, no. Anyway, sorry, I'm just thinking about puns as I'm doing this. But yeah, so hopefully that's okay. Also, as I said, my 1 year Flossiversary is coming up. It'll be on my first one was actually on the 21st, but I think the next Friday is like the 19th or something like that. Hold on, I can check here. Uh, it is the 19th. Yeah, good call. So I want to do something giveaway-ish for the 19th. I don't know what yet. I still have, I still have 1 more week to plan. I have 2 weeks before that anniversary. So I'll figure something out. I'm going to be honest. I and I really don't want to do this because I know two of my really big fans are not in the United States. I may have to do it just for the U.S. only, just because I've been burned twice trying to send things overseas, and I don't know if I can do it. Um, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll try to figure something out. If you guys have any suggestions on maybe something I can do for people overseas, um, because I mean I know of at least two, and there may be more. I really don't know. Those are the only two that regular comment. So I know for sure that there's I think two in England, I believe, which is awesome. But yeah, so if you guys have any suggestions, please tell me. I would appreciate it. Especially you two Englanders, if you have any suggestions on what I might be able to do for a giveaway if somebody overseas wins. Um, let's see. So changing titles, Flossiversary, the gym, um, and then no box of shame. Okay, so I think that's pretty much my list. Because the last one is going to go into haul. Um, so as I said, this is a Bob Ross kind of week, which is why I'm wearing my Bob Ross kind of shirt. And so the first one I'll show you is since it's not Stitchy related, and I'll go into the second one that is. So some of you guys may know Magic the Gathering, which is a collectible card game where you have land. You use your land to essentially put out spells and uh fighters and things like that. But anyway, it's a cool game. It's been around for a very long time, since about 95 or so. Um, and so I'll show you the box first. So, um, Magic the Gathering had a Secret Lair series, and they do all sorts of kind of strange things with that. But this was the Happy Little Gathering, and it's a nice little box actually that everything came in. And this is a big box for not a whole lot of stuff that came in it, but I might want to keep that just because I don't know, it's kind of nice. So, what did I get with that? These are okay. I did get one for each. There's 5 colors in Magic. So you've got white, which is plains. Uh, there we go. Blue, which is island. Okay. And then black, which is swamp. Alright. And then you've got red, which is mountain. Oh, and actually... Oh, I didn't get any forest. Oh, yeah, I did. Sorry. And then, I was going to say, wait, am I back to the white? Yep. And then green, which is forest, which is my favorite. So, the cool thing about these, and I'm going to have to... I know it's going to... There we go. See if I can show a couple of these. If you look at the bottom, it'll actually say who the artist is. So these are all Bob Ross paintings that have been put to Magic cards, which is really cool. And so I guess they did something with the estate of Bob Ross. And then this is a specialty land. I mean the flavor text, unless you played Magic, wouldn't make any sense. But they almost always have like some sort of flavor text. So there we go. We don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents. So there you go. And these over here are the uh, so there's different sets, I guess you could say. And you have common, which would be black, uncommon, which would be silver, and then a rare, which is gold. So these are rare, and this is specialty for the Secret Lair series. But yeah, so Bob Ross cards. I didn't. It wasn't really 100% clear as to what exactly you were getting. So I'm not exactly happy with what I got for how much I paid for it. But, you know, it is what it is. Come on. Come on. Focus. There we go. Thank you. I hate this thing. Has a horrible tendency to not be able to focus. Hi, Selena. So yeah, that was my Bob Ross, and the other Bob Ross thing, and I will have her excuse me, link down below as well. Is of course I've gotten all sorts of stuff from Vicky Stitch and Button, and when I saw this, I'm like, come on, I have to have this. So you've got and this is like his kind of brand, like, because they still have paints and things under his name. So when you see the packaging, this is actually what the packaging. I mean, not this. Is usually just see one of these little icons here, and then on the back you've got some of the paintings. You've got, like I said, the Bob Ross. These are the paints, and then the little squirrel that he always took care of. And the paintbrush. So yeah, that's just super, super cool. And let's see if I can do this and not show my address. Yes, I know. Go a little bit. There we go. All right. And when I saw this package that it came in, this is the package that that came in. She gave me a Bernie sticker, which is the best. I have a meme sticker on and that's why I haven't thrown this away. I need to cut this off because I want to keep this Bernie sticker. That is the most hilarious thing. If I could actually unstick it and restick it, I would put it on here somewhere, like on the inside or something. But yeah, so that was the best. Thank you, Vicky. That was so hilarious, and I showed that to my husband, and he's like, "Oh God, we were both laughing about it." So yeah, that was my main bit of haul. The other bit of haul I had was from Fire Poppies, of course, my those wonderful guys down in Charleston. It's really not all that exciting actually. I got a Q snap for the Hamilton, and then I got they're there. Oh yes, and of course they always give you the Charleston shoe, which I'm unfortunately not a huge fan of. I do love that they do it though, but I'm just not a huge fan of taffy sort of things. And then I got some this like I told you it wasn't all that exciting. Some threads for a couple of different projects of mine. So there you go. I think that was all for haul. Yeah, that's all for haul. All right. So, all right. So let's just do the other weeks. Wow, this one's running a little long today. We'll do the other weeks, and then I think we'll be all set. Floss Tube of the week. And I think I think I've probably done her before, but I only have some of my history. Uh, I've told you guys about this because of computer crashes and stuff. But Rolodex Stitches, she's hilarious. Now, she is a little non-safe for work. I will say that she does curse some, which obviously, as you can tell, I don't care. But a warning just in case that is something that you were not a fan of, she does the cursey words. But she's hilarious, and she is really worth watching, and she just does all these crazy off the wall things. So yeah, she's definitely worth a watch. But a lot more people watch her than me, so I'm sure you guys have probably already heard of her already. Well, maybe you have. For the Stitchy website, this is another. I know I hate to keep going back to Etsy, but because there's so many good people on Etsy though, so it's not really a bad thing. But the Sub Rosa. So what they do is kind of more prim, which is not usually my thing. Although I'm getting to a little bit more prim than I used to. But she has a section on bees. So, and I think it's only 8 patterns right now. But there are some really cute patterns that I do want to get. So, that is of course why I like her, because bees. For the non-stitch website, this is going to sound a little weird, but bear with me on this one. It's called How to Unlock Thousands of Hidden Genres of Music and TV Shows on Netflix. Essentially, it's not some program you run. All it is a list of like every every genre has like a number assigned to it in Netflix, so that it can bring those up. So if you are in the mood for, let's say, you know what, I want to watch a western tonight. You can type in, I think it's like a 6-digit code up at the top in the search, and it will bring you that genre. So um, it's more just an index of the things that are already on Netflix. You're not cheating. You're not buying something different. Uh, you're not like you know, manipulating the system or anything. It's just the way that Netflix is set up. It's just giving you more information. I hope that makes sense. Again, sorry if it doesn't. Um, but yeah, it's just more of an index of Netflix, and I mean they've just got all sorts of crazy genres. Let me see if I can open this up here. Copy, and maybe I can bring this up and I can give you a better paste and go. There we go. A better idea. There we go. All right. So I apologize. It's they're 5-digit numbers. So there's like cult horror movies is 10944. Foreign dramas is 2150. Music and concert documentaries, Southeast Asian movies, TV mysteries, slasher and serial killer movies, Dutch movies, dramas based on books. I mean, so just it's a huge list of different things. Animal tales, anime. Oh, anime. Australian movies, B horror movies, baseball movies. So yeah, I mean, it's just, the list is pretty crazy. So kids' faith and spirituality, military action adventure. Anyway, so you get the kind of idea. So that is looks like they're either like 4 or 5 digit numbers that you can put in the search, and it will give you that particular genre. Then you can be like, you know, I don't watch musicals tonight. You can put in that 4 or 5 digit code, and you'll have just everything that whatever country in that you're from. Obviously, Netflix is different in different countries as to what they are allowed to play. So yeah, whatever is available in your country will be listed. So there you go. Yeah. So that's actually pretty cool, and I've used that quite a bit. When you're just not sure what you want to watch, you kind of have a general idea about what you want to watch, but not specific. It's great for those kind of nights or days, whenever you watch Netflix. All right, so the last bee fact is kind of neat. It's honeybees are happier after eating a sweet treat. A study found that bees which have been fed sugar water flew faster towards flowers, recovered faster after an attack, and had higher levels of dopamine. So apparently, humans are like bees because I know we're usually happier after eating sweet treats too. Most people, not everybody, but in general. Um, all right. Well, I guess that is really about it. So, once again, I really am going to try as hard as I can to try to get a whip parade. I promise. Whoops. Okay. I was like, I guess I woke her up. Anyway, um, so and I can't promise when it's going to be. It's just when I have a day that I'm not super busy with work or something else, and that is kind of catch as catch can. All right. Well, I guess that is going to be it for me then. Hopefully, I will see you next week, and I'll have a little bit more information about what I'm going to do for a giveaway for my 1 year Flossiversary. And like I said, if you guys, especially foreign guys, have any suggestions on, maybe what other people have done for foreign giveaways, or if you have you know, your own ideas, please, please, please send them my way. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.